and be more healthy, we've got to watch how we execute the letter of the law and move beyond the letter of the law to the law of grace.
Jasmine, Abdullah.
You missed the middle part of my name, which is Nzinga. Nzinga, okay? Thank you. First, I just want to address just Steve. When I walked in here, you were saying that we need to stop encroaching on police's space, basically. So you're basically saying my whole community has a death wish, and we're suicidal, right? Right, that's what you're telling me right now. Riddell Jones had her back to the police, and she was walking away from them. Ezel Ford was shot in the back with muzzle tips on his back, muzzle burns on his back. That right there shows me that they're doing too much, and you're sticking up for them. I see your pen is a badge, right? I see your little pen is a badge. So you've already told me whose side you're on, Steve. So I'm here to tell you that we're sick and tired of being sick and tired, Steve. And we're not going to just lay here and die. So you need to get your officers in order, or we will. You hear me? And Mr. Matthew Johnson, they got a black face on here for a reason, so I'm expecting you to do something for us, you know what I mean? Do something for us, okay? Because we're tired. I'm tired of coming up here and looking at these blank-ass faces with these evil-ass stares. Can you do something for us, please? I'm asking you, do something. Step outside of the bounds and do something for your people. For your people, Matthew, okay? And Miss Kathleen Kim, I appreciate what you said. And the lady right there, you're still not paying attention to us. You still don't pay no attention to the people, but we're going to keep coming because I think we're wearing you guys down. And we're going to continue to show our faces, and we're going to continue to come here because our lives matter. Black lives matter. And we're tired of dying. We're not laying in the streets. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. See, you're so fucking disrespectful. Mother Time is not on your side.
Melina, Abdullah.
So I want to echo what my sister Jasmine said. Commissioner Kim, I appreciate your words today, so thank you. I hope that you continue to advocate for the community. I've been told that Matthew Johnson, that you've told people I've called you Uncle Tom. I actually did not call you an Uncle Tom. Someone else did.
I did.
I called you a house Negro, and that was a very specific term that I wanted to give you based on the speech by Malcolm X about the house Negro and the field Negro. And I want to underscore, a house Negro always has an opportunity to change sides, right? So I'm going to read you a little bit about that. So you have two types of Negro, the old type and the new type. Most of you know the old type. When you would read about him in history during slavery, he was called an Uncle Tom. He was the house Negro. And during slavery, you had two Negroes. You had the house Negro and the field Negro. The house Negro usually lived close to his master. He dressed like his master. He wore his master's secondhand clothes. He ate food off his that his master left on the table. And he lived in his master's house, probably in the basement or the attic. But he still lived in his master's house. So whenever the house Negro identified himself, he always identified himself in the same way that his master identified himself. When his master said, "We have good food," the house Negro would say, "Yes, we have plenty of good food." We have, when he said, "We have a fine home here," the house Negro said, "Yes, we have a fine home here." When the master would be sick, the house Negro identified himself so much with his master, he'd say, "What's the matter, boss? We sick?" His master's pain was his pain, and it hurt him more for his master to be sick than for him to be sick himself. When the house started burning down, this type of Negro would fight harder to put the master's house out than the master himself would. So I can't read the rest of it for you, but you have the ability to look it up. I'm asking you, stop being a house Negro. You have an opportunity to join the masses out in the field, and that's what we're calling on you to do. Be a field Negro.
Do we have any more comments?
We have no other comment cards on this item, sir.